Sadio Mane, now speaking of Germany actually. So Bayern Munich said yesterday that Sadio Mane is having conversation with Al Nassr.
Yeah.
I think it's such a good move. I think it's a beautiful move. I love it.
In what way?
Sadio has won the Champions League. Sadio Mane has won the Premier League. Sadio Mane has won the Bundesliga. It's obviously not working in Germany with Bayern Munich.
For money.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what? I'm just being. I would, if I was him, I would do the same because you know most of these
NSSF.
Most of these players are in their swan song because. And it's funny how would have expected when Cristiano Ronaldo made the move to Saudi Arabia. Like he opened the door somehow.
I think they were in the process. Like they were trying to, how do we disrupt sports? How do we disrupt sport as a whole? So they thought, first things first, let's give Cristiano. No, first of all, I think it was, let's disrupt. Because it started with Live Golf.
Yeah.
So I think they were just looking for a way. So they were doing all these things with golf. Then of course tennis. I know there's rumors they're going to try to do something. Then they thought, but this football thing.
Why don't we just shake the
So
market?
PIF come here, take 4 teams. Chezeni wachezaji. And all of a sudden,
crazy things are happening.
All of a sudden, you have English teams in the Premier League struggling to keep their players. Like,
I'm sure actually I didn't look at it that way because you know what it has happened. You know, for example, in some certain areas in Kenya, I won't mention names, I won't mention anything, but you find property rates go up because other people came in and they came with crazy amounts of rates and even paying of rent.
Yes.
And even purchasing of property. So it makes the market the markets to like numbers to spike.
Yes.
Similarly, with this interest of Saudi Arabia, with of course players from most large, maybe playing the English Premier League and other leagues, it means now they have to step up in terms of remuneration for the players who they still have. But now, what does that do? It has a triple effect as well in the entire ecosystem as well. Because if it means you have to raise the salaries of the players you have on to try and ensure that you're able to retain them, it means that you also have to get more sponsorship. It means that you also have to recoup that money in a certain way. Bottom line, because the wage bill is normally the most expensive thing for most teams. You think about it critically.
And you are competing against someone or people
with limitless.
Exactly. Who have bottomless pockets.
Exactly.
They're like, Fulham, we want Mitrovic. Okay, now we want even your coach.
Yeah. I saw recently there's this coach for Red Bull who has been picked by another team. I can't remember his name.
German. A young German coach.
Yeah,
I forget
5 years old.
Yes. They were saying he's going to be the next big guy in the Bundesliga and they're like, I come here.
By the way, it's Nagelsmann. Why did he decide to go?
Ayuko tu. Asiko nini hajaitwa huku.
But now I'm looking at it in a different way, Wokabi, because if you have some of these kind of top players, even some who are not even in their sunset years, their careers going there, I think it needs to be interrogated very critically because it means obviously these players are going for money. Let no one night to you, they're going for competition.
Odion Igalo said it.
Yeah. And I loved his honesty.
Yes.
I loved Igalo's
honesty. Don't think Cristiano is coming here for passion.
He's going for money. Like you want crazy amounts of money. But I also ask myself what is enough. Anyway, what will happen is, Wokabi, I could be wrong. I am a bit concerned that the standard of football, especially in Europe, if they witness the same level of exodus, the kind of exodus we're seeing with players going to Saudi Arabia, it will be affected. Because, you know, if you have the top players playing in your league, essentially it means there's another level of competitiveness that is unparalleled.
Yes.
So if they are leaving, it just starts going down. And you won't realize it. It won't be immediate. It will be long term.
Maybe the time it will be worrisome is when they go for players who are slightly under. You see now, Riyad Mahrez is 32. Sadio Mane, same age-ish. Cristiano, 37. The very, very Benzema on the other end. Firmino on the other end. The problem is the day you will get a Neves. You see the way Neves left Wolves for there. Now, if you get a marquee player, the way, let's say they say Bruno Fernandes.
Or somebody like that.
Yeah, they say Bruno Fernandes. Or they say Kevin De Bruyne. Or they say Bernardo Silva, for example. Like a player who is in the absolute peak of his powers. The day they get one of those ones, then now it will be a big problem. Because now you can sit up and say, but you know what, they've taken Riyad Mahrez, but he's 32. They've taken Sadio Mane, but he's 32. The day they turn and they take Bukayo Saka today, like they say, Saka at 24, come.
Yeah.
The day they turn around and they say, like what they are trying to do with Mbappe.
Yeah.
Now that thing you are saying will be hastened. It'll be here. Now we are saying it's coming. It will be here. Because I think also it's just people to change their mindset. That, but you see the way guys go to the EPL, guys to realize we can go to Saudi Arabia. You know, that's all you need. It's for guys to realize the way we go to the EPL, we can go to Saudi Arabia. So actually, my question is, how long before they decide? You see, in the end, they found a solution with Live Golf and PGA. They found a solution. But they had started to go like, viewership is not great. Sponsorships is not forthcoming as we want. And then they found a way. So them and PGA now are together. So how long before they start to ask a question of, we're investing this much, what are we getting it from? What's the end goal? You know, the way you say
But do they care?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking whether will they? Because China tried it and then stopped.
They don't care. I think for them it's just flex. It's a flex. It's a financial flex. We can do it. Look at how much they are offering Mbappe. 47 billion KSH Wokabi.
Yes.
47 billion.
To play football. For a year. Then you can live on a free if you want.
Are they taking journalists?
Good question. Very, very good question.